All right, I'm here with Zoran Marjanovic. He's the engineering manager at Pet Media Group, and we're going to talk a little bit about your integration with Stream today. So, Zoran, if you want to give a brief intro about yourself and about Pet Media Group, tell us a little about the app.
Yeah, sure. So, as you said, Zoran Marjanovic, well pronounced. So, I'm engineering manager at Pet Media Group. Joined the company 3 years ago, actually. Pet Media Group is the company that owns multiple marketplaces for pets exclusively. So all around the Europe at the moment, and we are looking to expand to US as well. And and basically, the chat is one of the main functionality on our website because it allows collaboration, communication between our users. So yeah, that's I guess the reason why I'm here. We recently migrated our chat, and we started actually using Stream as our chat provider. And yeah, that's pretty much it about me and the company. I guess if you need more details, I can share.
Sure. Can you tell me a little bit about the business model and the digital communication needs? So touching on the marketplace aspect of your use case.
Oh, I can try. So, so basically, the business model is, I mean, like every marketplace, every other marketplace, not exclusive to pets, but any marketplace that you can imagine, we can have two types of users, basically: people that are trying to sell something and people that are trying to buy something. In our case, sellers are breeders and buyers are anyone who wants to adopt a pet. So basically we provide a platform for them, for the sellers to advertise their pets and the buyers to buy, and then the chat is kind of the touching point between them. So once you find your pet that you're looking for, then the first connection is actually to click on message button and send first a message to introduce yourself to the breeder, and then from that moment onwards the communication continues.
Awesome.
I hope that explains your question. Or
perfect. Yes. And so we'll move a little bit more into the history of your migration. So we might overlap with some things we had talked about previously. But if you want to just summarize, what prompted the decision to switch from Sendbird to Stream, and then maybe some pain points that we solved for you?
Sure. So the main issue that we had is actually one of our biggest marketplaces that historically was wrongly configured on Sendbird. I mean, that's kind of a funny story because we just inherited that marketplace, and the server was located in Japan and our users are from UK. So in the first place, we had a lot of latency, like loading chat and even sending chat messages, receiving chat messages, getting notified about the new messages, all of those kind of things. And we had a plan actually to do migration, like somewhere in Europe, and still continue using Sendbird, but they haven't provided us proper support doing that. So at the end, we had to do it manually. And since we had to anyway migrate from Japan to Europe, at least like large amount of data, like then we consider, okay, maybe it's the right time to consider if Sendbird is the right platform to continue. So we did quite extensive research, like with many other chat providers. And then we ended up with Stream as the best solution that can cover all of our needs. And then, we decided actually to do migration to Stream. Yeah.
Perfect. And can you tell me a little bit about that experience migrating from Sendbird to Stream? Did it take a lot of resources or developers, or was it pretty streamlined?
Well, so first of all, since we decided to move to Stream, we decided also to update a little bit our architecture around the chat. So, I mean, first of all, we did some sort of preparation work. Plus, on top of that, we had to implement some product changes as well, like to just be able to ship pretty much the same user experience to our users as we had on Sendbird. And that took some of the time, but it's not directly related to migration. Like that's something just that we need to implement again. But then the migration itself was quite easy because first of all, Stream provides sync message synchronization, like between Sendbird, from Sendbird to Stream. So from our side, it was quite easy. Like at some point, we just enable sync tool, and then out of sudden, all new messages, users, and channels were recreated on Stream, like without any work from our side. And then of course, it took us a little bit more time, like just to migrate all of the historical data that we had for the chat. But like the end result was quite great success, because like we switched all of our users to Stream without any downtime, because like all of the new messages were automatically synced. All of the old messages were imported like from us, and then like users haven't noticed even that they have even a new chat provider behind the scenes.
That's awesome. That's just what we want to hear. And when users don't even notice that the chat provider has switched, that's the ultimate goal here. Can you tell me a little bit about the difference of the benefits you experienced in terms of features like offline support, performance, and the usage of our modern SDKs after you migrated from Sendbird to Stream?
Well, first of the things that we noticed while we have been doing this research about the Stream is how like libraries, UI libraries and SDKs are flexible, and then how actually could support all of our needs. And that was one of the kind of selling points for us. Like, yeah, that's something that we need. Then from the performance point of view, I mean, it's hard to kind of compare, because previously we had our server in Japan, and now like due to Stream Action Network, now it's not the same problem. So like we saw a lot of like improvements in speed, and then loading times, like for initial loading of all channels, and then also like messages for a single channel. So in that sense, we saw a lot of improvements. Again, like I cannot exactly compare. Like if you would have setup where Sendbird would have server in Europe, probably it would be less noticeable. But in this case, it was a great improvement for all of our users. And then one of the main things that we noticed since we migrated to Stream is how Stream handles WebSocket connections. Because with Sendbird, we had a lot of, I mean, we noticed a lot of errors, like in all of our observability tools, that like connection is, users are getting disconnected, then they're not able to reconnect, they're losing messages, they're not able to see that something is coming, and then a lot of frustration from the user perspective. And that's something that Stream is doing quite well, I would say.
Amazing. I love to hear that. And what would you say are the biggest features? Are there any specific, user-facing features that have changed from Sendbird to Stream, or is it more of the developer experience that has changed?
I mean, developer experience for sure, but from the user perspective, there are some even small UX things that are really noticeable. Like, for example, video preview. For previously, users had to download the video to play actual video. Now it's available in the chat. Then, as I said, these connection issues, that was something really frustrating for users. Like they don't know why things are not updated, why they're not getting messages, but we are sending notifications. And then one of the new features that we added to our chat is kind of entry point to our payment system. Like now users are able to complete payment transactions with our website. And as you can imagine, like when you talk about the payments and if it's not really reliable, users are, a little bit frustrated and not willing actually to use the product. But then with Stream, that got really improved, because like we don't have any latency, all UI is updated immediately. All of those things that we kind of were fighting with previously with Sendbird are now kind of resolved.
Amazing. That is so great to hear. And have you seen any direct impact on business metrics for Pet Media Group from Stream in terms of user metrics or anything that you would use to evaluate a solution?
Exactly. Yeah. So in our case, like we didn't have even proper business metrics around chat, because like chat was just like tool where users kind of communicate. That's all. And now we are kind of building features around it, including payments. But the only metric that we had before, and then something that we saw that is kind of increasing, is NPS, or what's the name? We'll need to
Net
fix
promoter
this
score.
later on. But yeah, and then the promoter score, and then how users are actually happy with our chat. So that score increases from 72% to 70, almost 80%. So we got an increase of how much is that? I'll need to calculate. I'm not ready.
That's awesome. So, anywhere
probably
from 6 to 8%.
10%, yeah.
Very nice. Are you looking for any other metrics aside from an increase in NPS score? Are you looking for maybe payments? Any success metrics around?
Exactly. So exactly. Like, first of all, we would like to see a little bit more engagement, because if chat solution is more reliable and has a better user experience, then probably users are going to be more engaged. More engagement leads to more payments within the platform. So altogether, we are looking forward to see all of those. But currently, since we migrated only 1 month ago, it's still hard to say like if Stream Chat actually helps with that. But that's something that we'll definitely continue measuring.
Well, hopefully we will see some improvement as time goes by. And since you're only 1 month in, yes, what other features would you like on your roadmap from Stream that we don't currently have?
I mean, we are talking a lot about moderation platform. So we would like, I mean, it's not maybe something that Stream doesn't have yet, but it's something that we don't use yet. For example, like those different AI moderations, semantic filters, all of those things that could, first of all, protect our users from being bullied from the other users. Also, we would like to keep users as much as possible within the platform, because that's the safest place where they can actually complete their transactions. So that's one thing what we would like to discover more. We also know that Stream supports video and audio calls. So that's something as well that at some point in our roadmap is going to be to integrate, because, for example, for pet viewing, remotely pet viewing, because sometimes people are not able just to travel to visit, or for initial viewing, of course, like at the end, like you need to rehome a pet, you'll need to go to the breeder, but maybe initial viewing and could be done via video calls. So that's something that we are looking for. Again, those things are something that Stream already has. It's not something that we are requesting. But then maybe something that we requested, already submitted the request, and then we are looking forward to get that, is since we push extra data to each channel, to each user on the platform. So we would like to have a little bit more flexible or more powerful search mechanism. So we are able to identify like certain channels with certain metadata, or users to segment users by different metadata, and so on and so forth. So that's something that would be really great to have.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think, just as you said, having video and audio would be a really good and relevant use case just for the functionality of the app. And so if we backtrack a little bit to your experience with our support and customer experience team, what was that like? What was the quality of support you received from Stream Chat before and after the proof of concept?
Like, first, when we started the collaboration, like we had multiple calls, meetings, like with different people from Stream. So even customer success managers, like support engineers, but even like engineers that are working on the product. And that was just to start, and then we got a lot of answers to many questions like that we had before starting even migration. It was quite scary because one of the platforms is really huge, so we didn't know what to expect. That helped us a lot. And then during the whole process, like during the POC migration, even now, we have an open Slack channel with Stream, and we are always able to submit any request that we have that is promptly resolved in most of cases. And it's like the feeling is like they're part of the team. So I got feeling at some point like that stream support engineers are just part of the team. And whenever I have some question, I'm just typing in the channel and then I'm getting answers more or less immediately. That was like way different to any other SaaS products that we have. Because most of the time you're just getting like email support, and then it takes time, and you never know like when someone is going to reply and if they're online and whatnot. So in this case, it was really easy.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm assuming that goes for your previous chat provider too. So the support at Sendbird was not instantaneous or through a Slack channel.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then with Sendbird, we had only email communication, and then it always depends on which pricing tier you are. So it's a different level of the service level agreement. So you can get answer after a couple of days, and then sometimes you have just things that needs to be immediately resolved. And one of the benefits and really nice experience that I have is like once we be ready with the first migration. So we are just waiting to switch on stream for one of the marketplaces. We got review, like engineering review for our implementation. So engineers from stream reviewed our solution. Even we did a small code review. I mean, mostly high level, but they were interested like how we are using their APIs. So they suggested a couple of changes that we did just to make sure that everything is done by certain standards. And that was a really nice experience.
Very nice. Yes, our engineering team is really great. They offer amazing support. And I didn't ask this before, but Pet Media Group is rolling out Stream Chat to multiple apps. Is that correct? Or multiple groups?
Yeah. Exactly. So Pet Media Group owns a single platform that is deployed under different branding to different marketplaces, different countries. So in that sense, like, yes, we have multiple apps, but under the hood is one platform.
Okay. And can you say, like, with all of those different maybe white labeled solutions, how many total MAUs do you see with Stream Chat?
Currently, we are on 220, 250K per month, users per month, monthly users.
So you weren't a part of the sales process, but were there any in-person events where you did have the opportunity to meet some of the salespeople from Stream, and what was that like?
Yeah. So I remember last year, a few people from Stream were visiting Berlin, where I at the moment live. So, and then they invited us for dinner. It was really nice to meet them, chat with them, but also they invited other people that are using Stream as a chat provider as well. So it was really nice to exchange actually experiences. And for me, it was really amazing at that time because we were just in the beginning of the migration and the process. So just to get some insights from people that are using it for a longer time was really valuable.
So what is your overall satisfaction level with Stream Chat and all of the people who have helped you with the integration so far?
I think it's quite obvious based on all of other my answers. So yeah, we are really happy how it goes so far. Happy with the support in the first place. So that's something like the support engineers, that someone that you have the first touch, like when you need something it was great, like, and it is great still. We use that channel to exchange ideas, even to submit some requests like for new features, products, whatnot. So in general, I really appreciate. And then also I see a lot of proactivity even from the Stream people, because they're kind of sending time to time, like, this is your average, I don't know, API request response time, or this is currently you have, I don't know, you reached half of your monthly active users quota, and then like maybe you should consider like if you're gonna exceed it this month, and so on and so forth. So in general, it was really good.
Great.
and it
So
is really.
happy, yeah, happy that you made the switch from Sendbird. Any final thoughts on features or if you would recommend other people to migrate from Sendbird? And what would you say to someone who maybe thinks it might be a really big undertaking to migrate from another chat provider to Stream?
Mhm. I mean, based on all of my experience so far, I would definitely recommend that. Like the library from the developer experience, the libraries SDKs are way more flexible. Like that's something that you can do whatever you want, like on top of their existing UI. So with Sendbird, there were certain things that were so close that we haven't been able actually to change anything, like to meet our product design or product in general. Some things weren't able to be implemented because of the limitations of the chat. Then the migration process, I mean, it's always a little bit painful. I mean, especially if you have a lot of historical data that you need to migrate. But at least like with this sync API that Stream provides, that like all of the messages could be automatically migrated, not just messages, but also newly created channels, newly created users, helps a lot because at the end, you can just connect your Stream to Sendbird webhook, and that's it. So it could pass like not. It doesn't have necessarily to go through your platform, but it can go directly from Stream from Sendbird to Stream actually. And then only thing that is needed to be done is to import your historical data or maybe negotiate with your users to abandon those.